I'm back after an expensive day in Leeds. Good day, good to see a lot of you guys there on the day. I've bought a ton of stuff. I'm going to rattle through the pickups pretty quickly. Now, last time I put a video out, my camera kept falling over because I had it balanced on a model train and that didn't really work. I'd like to say that I've fixed that problem and put a proper phone holder on it and stuff like that, but I'm not. So apologies in advance if this falls over again. I will swear if it does. Pickups, right. I'm going to start with the big thing of the day, which I haven't actually got down here with me, but on top of the shelf there, I bought a SNES. Here it is. It's actually a pretty nice one. It's not too discoloured. It's pretty legit. But I'd been after for a while because obviously I have the Fox box thing going on, and I know some of the guys on the WhatsApp group we was talking about all the different Fox games there are and what I'm missing. But I have a shelf of just general Fox memorabilia crap, anything to do with Foxes in games. So that pre-packaged SNES with Starwing was something I've been after for ages, and I did find one. It's a bit beat up. I've ordered a box protector for it to just make sure it doesn't get too much more damaged. But up there on the shelf, it'll do. It's the new centerpiece. Used to have the Magnavox Odyssey box up there, but it's moved. Incidentally, I've put some new cupboards in yesterday, so there will be a room tour soon when I've finished sorting all that crap out. But so Starwing SNES boxed console. Didn't come with Starwing. The game was missing, so I have bought a boxed version of that as well. It's an excuse to have more Star Fox stuff. How much did I pay for that? Don't know. Paid £100 for the console in a slightly beat up box without the game, which seemed alright to me, and I think I paid about £20 for the game separately. So at least I have that separately boxed. And the only other SNES game I have so far is Pilot Wings, which is boxed complete. Well, you can see I paid £20 for that one. I had seen it for a lot more earlier in the day, so I don't know if that's a good deal or not, but Pilot Wings seems a popular game for it. So I have a new console to collect for now. I'm not going to buy loads of stuff for it. It is mostly about Star Fox, which I have. So that is the SNES. Now, for saying that I've been doing this on and off for a few years, and I think it's about the pandemic I started doing this, I got all this stuff, retro gaming crap. I've got a whole garage full of this stuff now. And despite that, I'd never had a SNES, and I'd never had a Mega Drive either. And they seem to be like obvious places to have started. I've got, you know, the Magnavox Odyssey and Intellivision and all sorts of random crap. But the obvious ones, which is the SNES and the Mega Drive, I didn't already have. So the Mega Drive, this isn't strictly speaking a Leeds gaming market pickup. This is from Liam. I'll let him do his own pickups, but he bought a bundle with a load of games and ended up with a spare console, so I've done a swapsy with him with a few other bits that I had. So I now have a Mega Drive. Now, the reason, sort of, that I didn't have either of those two consoles before is that era of game I generally tend to just play emulated, or I've got, I wouldn't say it was at one point a full collection of Evercade. I haven't got the recent stuff, but I've got a lot of Evercade stuff. I've got the Raspberry Pi with Recall box on it. I've got various like Mega Drive compilations for the PlayStation and things like that. So a lot of the games I've had before. So when I have the consoles, if I'm doing it properly, I want to make sure that there's a reason to have the hard thing out here, because I don't have a huge amount of space. With the SNES, it's the box with the Fox on it. Fox box, I needed a Foxy box. With the Master System, and I'll come on to this, I'm only collecting really light gun games, because it works better with the hardware. So following that theory, I bought this. It is a Menacer gun for the Mega Drive. It's complete. It is. I've had it out the box so far. It is pretty much pristine. The box has got a couple of little doggy corners on it, but bought this from a store that had a few other games that I was after, so I managed to get a bit of a deal, and I think I paid about. It was marked up at 55 quid. I think I paid about 45, 50, depending on how you split it up with the games that I bought. So I have the Menacer, and to go with that, oh, it came with. It's at the bottom of the pile. It did come with the Menacer game. Is it 6-in-1 Menacer game? So I've got that, and then the other one that I bought is Terminator T2, the arcade game. I'm trying to collect all of the light gun games for the Master System and all of the light gun games for the Mega Drive now. For the Mega Drive there was only 3. There was this one, and Body Count, which is I think that's a 3-figure game on eBay, so that one's going to be missing from the collection for a little while. But I got those two, so I've got some serious light gunning to do out here now. And the other Mega Drive ones, Mega Games 1, so I ended up with this a few years ago in a pile of games that I can't remember where it came from, I just inherited it. But I gave it Liam because I didn't have a Mega Drive. He's ended up with 2 copies of it and gave me this version of it back. So this was once mine, it was Len Liam's, now it's back again. So I've got Mega Games 1. I have bought to go with it Mega Games 2, which is it's 13 quid. That it was complete. It's pretty weighty. That is. It's got everything in it, and a nice little protector thing to come with it as well. So Mega Games 2 and Super Smash TV, which has the manual missing, but I'm alright with that. I used to play this a lot on the SNES when I was a kid, probably about PlayStation 2 era. My mate's little brother had a SNES. We used to play the PlayStation a lot, and I think his family bought him a SNES from car boot sale or something, just so he had something of his own to play, and it came with a load of games, one of which was Super Smash TV. And we basically put the PlayStation 2s away and just played Super Smash for hours. So it's the SNES version of it I used to play. This is the Mega Drive version of it. I don't know how the two compare. I do have another version of it for the PlayStation 2 on, I can't remember what collection it is, but it's a second version of this. I will go after the SNES one at some point because that's the version that I played, but I do have a version of it now. So that is the start of a Mega Drive collection. And on the subject of shooting games, I was only missing 3 for the Master System. One was Laser Ghost, which I managed to find, and the other one was Shooting Gallery, and I managed to pick this up quite late in the day for 15 quid. I'm smug about this, right? Liam, right, he knew I was after this game, he saw it, and he bought it for 25 quid, and he was smug, and he went, I've got the game you're after, and then a few hours later I found it for 15 quid, so screw you, Ramboy. That is now a full collection of light gun games for the Master System, with the exception of Terminator T2, which is, again, it's a 3-figure game for the Master System, but I do have the Mega Drive version of it, so I'm alright with it missing, you know, I can cope. And then the other one that I bought, just back on the Fox theme, is Psycho Fox. Now I'm a little annoyed about this. I paid 22 quid for it, and I'd seen it for about 40 quid earlier in the day, and then I'd seen this 22 quid, but it was kind of sealed in a thing on the day, and the cartridge is missing because it's in a thing, but there's no manual with it. And I don't mind, I paid half the price that I'd seen earlier, but if you're going to sell a game all sealed up without the manual, right, that there's no manual on it, because, I don't know, I still probably would have had it, because I just wanted to fit the Fox on the front of it. That's what I bought. I'm not interested in the manual, but still, if you're going to sell a game without a manual, at least tell me. And staying on the Fox theme, Eddie's been waiting for this one to pop up. Lilac Wars, the big box version with the Rumble Pack. I had the cartridge only version of this for a while, and Eddie's had a few goes at selling me this, and he's finally had his way. So more big box of Star Fox stuff, so it'll all go up on the shelf when it's done. And then the last one that I've bought is, when it comes to nostalgia with games, this is a big one for me, and it's a very obscure PS1 game. I'm surprised a lot of people have never heard of it. It's Crime Killer. Now, the first Christmas that I had a PlayStation 1, I had 2 games for it. One was Croc, The Legend of the Gobbos, and the other was Crime Killer. And I played this to death. And before I started collecting the games room, before I started doing all of this, this is a cardinal sin. I have admitted this in the past. I had a load of PlayStation 1 games. And I think it was at a time when I moved house, I was trying to save space. I put all the discs in a disc wallet and threw away all the boxes. And I know. So I've had the disc for this for a while, but I've always wanted the box again to have it on the shelf. So that is Crime Killer. And if you've not heard of that, and if you've not played it, it still holds up today. You basically drive around a futuristic police car in a bit of an open world type city, shooting up baddie cars that are shooting back at you. But if you can really tell from that. But I'm surprised. I spoke to a few people about it on the day, and not everyone had heard of it or seen it before. It was only £7. Eddie had a copy of this for a £5 after I'd already bought this. But yeah, if you've not played it, it's a cool PlayStation 1 game, that is. But this was the only... Once I got to a point with Croc where I'd got stuck on a level and couldn't be arsed with it anymore, this was basically the only game I had when I was a kid. And it's probably the PS1 game I go back to the most, so I always wanted a copy of that. So that's my pickups, but that was a hefty day. 2 new consoles, a massive boxed gun thing, which I'm now going to try and rig up, and all sorts of Fox nonsense. So good day, really enjoyed it. It seemed like a smaller, the fair seemed to be the same size as Doncaster in terms of number of stalls. The room felt a lot smaller. It was absolutely heaving in there. And me and Liam left to go for a pint at late in the day, and there was still queuing outside to get in. So, you know, obviously a winner. There is another one at Doncaster coming up. I think I saw a poster for. I can't remember exactly when it was, but a couple of months' time. So I'm sure I'll be at that one, and it will clean me out all over again. So I'm going to get all this stuff on the shelves, and then maybe this weekend I will do the games room tour, because it's changed a lot since the last one. I put a load of new cupboards in. I've got a Assassin's Creed shelf I'm putting together. I've got my Fox stuff. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But for now, thanks for watching. Thanks again to all those guys that I bumped into on the day. Thanks to Tootie for sorting us out with the tickets. Thanks to Eddie for looking after me stuff on the day, because I kept buying big stuff and having to carry it around all the day. So yeah, good day, and I will see you all again soon.